My apologies, my lord, for the glitz. We had a problem with the network. We couldn't print much quick.
Yeah, but the fact is, when you were compiling these exhibits, you must have realized that this exhibit is illegible. But you still stapled it for circulation. Okay. Yeah, can you start?
We are on the annexure.
Annexure A.
Let's start. Can you explain the concept of a SIM swap?
A SIM swap is when you request or have another SIM card due to problems on your original SIM card, whether it's been hacked, stolen, blocked, you then go ahead and do a SIM swap.
And then the process that involved?
The process that's involved is you can either go into a Vodacom shop or any retail shop, purchase a SIM card and do a SIM swap in that way. You can also do it by calling customer services and they will refer you through to the relevant people. Information is verified before a SIM swap is done.
What type of information that has to be verified?
It varies. Firstly, if you go into a store, you would have to take a copy of your ID or sometimes any other retail account or some sort of proof to show that that SIM card is recut to your name. If you call in to do a SIM swap, about 5 questions are asked. These are a change randomly.
Is a what?
They change the question. Your ID number is confirmed, and they often ask you for your last 5 numbers dialed, or when was the last time you topped up your airtime.
Okay. So the information that you mentioned, does it get stored on the record on the SIM swap information?
Yes, a SIM swap cannot be done if any of this information is not verified.
Those are some very, very, very good questions from the state. Except those are questions that the defense would ask. And I was very disappointed because I thought his next question was going to be, what was the verification information that was given when SENZO MEYIWA's SIM swap was done? But no, the state walked away from that and left the gate open. Like, are you kidding me? The way I screamed, because I'm like, wait, what? But then at the same time, I do recognize he is the state. He can't ask those questions. They'll just shoot him. But we want to know who did the swap? What did they say? Where did they do it? And why did they do it? Let's continue on. I'm not even going to digress for long.
Now let's move on to annexure A. Can you take the court through that document?
Annexure A reflects the SIM swap information. You will find at MSISDN, it gives us the number 071 437 9551, which means that this information displayed here pertains to that number.
Can you direct us? Are you reading on the 27th of October 2014?
It's on the top of the page in blue.
Okay, yes.
As we move down to the highlighted portion, that transaction reflects from the 1st of August 2014 up until 27th October 2014. In the first column, it gives us the said MSISDN number. A second column reflects the IMEI number. Third column, the MC number. And date and time of the start date and date and time of the end date.
So,
Successful and unsuccessful calls thereafter. It then shows the Vodacom code, which is VSP. Then it gives us the type of handset that was used. In this case, it was the Apple iPhone 5S. And GPRS and MMS are activated on this number.
Thank you. Can you clarify what is a VSP?
It's Vodacom service provider.
And then on the highlighted portion, how many successful calls were there?
It was 14,674. 83 unsuccessful.
so
Okay. And then from this set of data, are you able to tell this code when was the SIM swap done on this particular phone?
It was done on the 27th of October 2014. If you look at the entry above the highlighted portion, you would find that the IMEI and IMSI number had changed.
Athi uma ungabheka ke kulomugqa ongenhla kancane uzobona ukuthi iIMEI neIMSI kwashintsha.
You will also then have a look at the date that reflects as 27th of October 2014 at 16:21. Another way of identifying that this was a successful SIM swap is because if we look at the highlighted portion and we look at the IMEI ending with 3102, that IMEI also reflects on our set of data.
Thank you. And then on the next page of the annexure,
The next page actually indicates where the SIM swap was done. It provides you with the dealer information.
Ikunika ke nokuthi ke leso sitolo isiphi.
In this case, it was done at Cellu City in Benmore Gardens.
the rest of the shop,
Shop number G20, Benmore Gardens Shopping Center.
Separate.
do you know where Benmore Shopping Center is?
No. It then provides us with the contact details of that shop.
Are you able to tell whether it's a Vodacom shop or it's a retailer?
It's a retailer.
Do you have the details of the retailer?
Athi mniningwane
No,
ke
just
lapho nayo
what's
wathi
reflects here.
Name's name or the details of the agent?
The following details identifies the agent as the person who had carried out the SIM swap. Her name is Nikita Fester. The following details are indication of the system that the SIM swap was done on. Her contact details as well as ID number and her position at the store is also available.
so ke
So, on this particular transaction of the 27th of October 2014, are you able to tell whether an ID document was presented to the agent?
I have no idea.
Are you able to tell who did the SIM swap?
Do you mean the person
The
that
person.
had requested a new SIM card?
That's correct.
No, I have no idea.
Just want to check with you. The new SIM card that was requested, was it also inserted on the Apple iPhone 5S?
No. That was done on a Nokia 2330 Classic.
Now on the new SIM card, were there any calls that were made from the phone or received from that particular SIM card?
There were 80. Just make it bigger. There were 63 successful calls.
And then when you go back to exhibit JJ1, are you able to then demonstrate to the court which calls were made from the new SIM card? A1.
If we turn to page 364, we can then see towards the middle of the page, the first activity with the new SIM card on the 27th of October at 16:21:50. That was an MTC. That call lasted 2 seconds,
So,
and that was made from the number ending 0401.
And then the tower location on that particular point.
That tower location was Burton Park. Thereafter, further down the page at 17:10:23, there was an outgoing call, lasted 136 seconds,
Well,
to the Vodacom customer care line. Below that, the next 3 calls are similar,
So
just at different times. Round about 17:25 until 17:26,
Good.
SMSs were received.
but
At 19:05 until 19:15, calls were made to Vodacom customer care. And that goes on to the next page of 365. At 19:27 and 21:04, the phone was on voicemail.
And the respective tower locations.
The voicemail tower locations were Burton Park and Wellingberg.
Thank you. Evidence before this court is that the owner of the number ending with 551 was declared dead on the 26th of October 2014 at around 2100 or any time thereafter. 21:15 to be precise. With that background, is it possible that someone else performed the SIM swap on this particular phone number?
yes.
If it is someone else, when a particular person other than the owner of the phone number visits the retailer, do they have to present those documents that you mentioned earlier? My lord, the certification of death is before this court as Exhibit G, the one that I just referred to. Let us proceed. So, amongst the required documentation for the SIM swap is an ID, proof of address, and then what else?
A copy of a proof of the SIM card belonging to you. In other words, your RICA statement or account showing your RICA details.
So with the information on Exhibit J1, the transactions that happened there, are you able to tell that this SIM swap was done successfully?
Yes, it was done successfully.
And then the time exactly when this was done?
It could have been done round about just after 9:17, the morning of the 27th of October.
Okay, from this annexure A, are you able to tell the court that indeed the identity document of the owner of this number was verified or presented to the agent?
Yes, in order for them to have carried out the SIM swap.
Sorry, just for my understanding, is it imperative that the ID number or the ID of that person who is executing a SIM swap at that particular store or retail must be produced. You can't avoid that.
No, a copy of your ID,
Yeah,
not
fine.
just the ID number. A copy of your ID must be
Must be.
present.
Otherwise, they can't
No,
do the SIM swap.
no, it is not allowed.
Okay.
On the night or in the early morning between the night of the incident or the early morning of the 27th of October 2014, evidence before this court is that the phone of the people that were in the house as well as the deceased, they were confiscated by the police. And then from the data that you presented, are you able to tell if this phone at some stage it was off?
I did confirm that the cell phone was on voicemail, but I want to confirm the time from which it was switched off.
Ngizokuthola ukuthi ilaphi la ifoni eyayicishe khona.
Is that SENZO's phone now, the deceased?
Yes, the number ending 9551.
One, yeah.
So at 21:04, 27th October, that's the last time on the AMA data that it reflects on voicemail.
Okay. Furthermore, just for my understanding as well, these phone calls that were made to the Vodacom customer care and other phone calls that were made on the 27th of October, they were made on the device handset model Nokia 2330 Classic.
That is correct, yes.
I'll now proceed to new exhibit. Triple J3.
What is the state doing? Somebody help me understand what is the state doing. We have to take this break. I was going to treat you guys and not talk until the very end, but we have to talk about a few things here. And you guys, this is a good time to get yourself a drink because Gushubile, what is going on? Like, I like how Pinky is dropping her nuggets so nicely, so cutely, so gently. The way that I am still in shock, I still have to process this. I'll do a separate video after I've processed all this information because I still want to understand what the state is doing. The state is clearing the 5 accused in the dark because today they haven't mentioned them, okay? Where is this going? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please like the video. This has been a lot of work. Your cries have been heard. Getting rid of the interpreter is a lot because he's very disruptive at the same time, and he does it so wrong too. Like I if I wanted to listen to this in isiZulu, I really wouldn't appreciate him. Really wouldn't. He is not doing justice to the moments of revelation that are happening here. So, okay, let me try to summarize it. Let's all take a deep breath. Oh my God. Whew. So the cell phone, the SIM was done. Verified. Pinky is satisfied. She says there is no way that it wouldn't have done if the IDs were not there. We know at the house, the 5 accused, the intruders, if we go with the original story, they did not steal a wallet. They did not take Senzo's ID because who? Miss Kelly Kumalo had that ID the next day. Okay, Sfiso needed that ID. She was refusing with it. The other friend went to beg for it. She finally released the ID, the cars, the everything, okay? Because wow. Why was it important to swap the SIM? And not only was the SIM swapped. Remember when I said iPhone? I mentioned the iPhone in a previous video, okay? I said, no. It was an iPhone. While everybody was going on the BBM chat, I said, it was an iPhone. Drop a hands up in the... Please drop a soccer emoji in the comment section, okay? Because I called it. I said it was an iPhone. Well, everybody believed the BBM story, okay? It definitely was an iPhone because, hello, this is Kelly Kumalo. This is Senzo Meyiwa. They had iPhone 5S. But back then, it was the iPhone, okay? It was the iPhone. Drop iPhone in the comment section because we need to keep this story going, okay? So they took the SIM card out of the iPhone 5S. And they put it in the Nokia 2330 Classic. And they called Vodacom customer service more than 3 times. Why? What? This is some Vodacom. Can you produce the recordings of those calls? Because is it not... Do they not tell us that the calls are recorded when we call? We need to know what was going on there. Whose voice was on those calls? I feel like Pinky has been watching the internet for years and laughing, knowing that they have the actual data. This is crazy. Geninda, and you only did this when? 3 weeks ago. Oh my God. Let me stop talking. Let's get back. If you have your drinks, you've done your bathroom break, let's get back into it. I digress. I forgot the main comment I was actually pausing for. Why is Banda doing this to us? If flipping the pages consistent, he's so lucky the defense has never experienced such patience and grace from Judge Rutter. But at the same time, as a junior advocate, kudos to Judge Rutter for allowing him to, take his time. But did he just switch the topic on us? He just switched the topic on us while we still have so many questions in our heads. Oh my God.
You have it. Do you recognize that document that I just presented in front of you?
Yes.
What is it?
It is a 213 statement made by myself.
When did you make the statement?
Could be round about the 15th of May, but I will verify now. Date is absolutely small. It could be between the 15th and 16th of May. It is a digital signature. It was on the 16th of May, 2024.
Thank you. How many pages is the statement?
They comprise of 4 pages.
Was it commissioned?
Yes.
By who?
Bradley Albert Smith
Date in which it was commissioned?
on the 16th of May.
And before you prepared the statement, did you receive any subpoenas from the South African Police Services?
Yes. That's towards the end of the document. Subpoena received from Brigadier Geninda.
When was dated? When was it dated?
27th May 2021.
And the nature of the information that is required?
Detailed billing, which is the incoming and outgoing calls, the handset profile, ownership information, cell phone towers, mapping, GPS coordinates, RICA information.
And then the next paragraph?
The information that was requested was between the period 1 January 2018 to 5 April 2021 on the following cell phone numbers: 071 395 3801
3801
060
060
901
901
6890
6890
076
076
264
264
8460
8460
073
073
393
393
7055
7055
078
078
578
578
6858
6858
073
073
776
776
1556
1556
060
060
774
774
6749
6749
079
079
379
379
0137
0137
082
082
956
956
3220
3220
072
072
766
766
8169.
8169.
Yes.
On the next page,
Ekhasini elilandelayo
we have IMEI numbers,
siney'number ze-IMEI
which is for the same period, 1 January 2008
thuka hayi kungaso-ke lesi sikhathi esasiceliwe uqala ngomhla ka-1 kuJanuwari 2008
sorry, 2018
2018
to 5 April 2021.
uyofika ngomhla ka-5 ku-April 2021.
The numbers are as follows:
iy'nombolo ezasiceliwe
3568
u-3568
3305
3305
3079
3079
99.
99.
Next one, 3588
3588
4405
4405
8082
8082
75.
75.
Next one, 3575
3575
0305 305
0305
2271
2271
55.
55.
Next one, 3562
3562
2704
2704
5826
5826
29.
29.
Next one, 3572
3572
5704
5704
0663
0663
86.
86
3575
3575
0305
0305
2996
2996
71.
Are you still fine?
Whew! What a day. What a day it has been with Pinky. One comment says, Pinky dropped bombs. These are really grenades, if not atomic bombs. Why did the state bring this evidence? I can't imagine Mgo cross-examining Pinky. Oh my God. It's just going to be explosive from the get-go, okay? Another comment says, oh, Pinky girl, thanks for the confirmation of the cooking. Madluputi took a bullet for Baloyi. Kelly had Senzo's phone and ID. The intruders failed to take Senzo's phone. Okay? Wow. So basically, So Baloyi Jr. here has moved on to part 2, where now they're putting in more numbers into evidence, and those numbers, I can recognize them already. Those are some of the numbers for the 5 accused. So isazokhala kusasa, and we don't know what she's going to tell us about these numbers. And then unfortunately at that point she became, too sick to read numbers. But before we go into the too sick to read numbers, Mr. Interpreter, why do you need to interpret? Why are you interpreting the numbers that Pinky is saying in English in isiZulu? Why don't you just keep quiet and she reads the numbers into the record? Like, you made this process so long for nothing. That was so painful. Oh my God. He could have at least said at the end, she just repeated numbers. Okay, she just repeated phone number. Everybody would have heard it. I don't know why he was repeating. Does he hear himself? Oh my God, I've said too much. That is it from us today. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And most definitely join the channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, you have my heart. Please drop a heart emoji in the comment section because, a pink heart. Today, let's drop pink hearts in the comment section because Pinky did the Lord's work, okay? Pinky did the Lord's work. Let's not forget, a justice for Senzo Meyiwa. Is it on the way? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.